Idaho was supposed to be like this big potato, conservative, you know, live that rural life kind of a place. But if you've been following the stuff that's been going on in Idaho lately, something's the tides are changing in Idaho. In the last couple videos, we've been talking about how they've been culling the chickens because of the bird flu. And I want you guys to understand too that they're using the PCR test for that. And I want you to go do your homework on how reliable that test actually is. Okay? And you guys got to start peeling open this onion. On May 16th, just a short while ago, news surfaced of an outbreak at Hendricks Poultry in Iona County. And the company announced 400 layoffs and that 6.5 million poultry likely will be killed to stop the spread in Iona County alone. Nearly 91 million poultry in the U.S. are affected, with outbreaks in 48 states as of Friday, according to the Center of Disease Control. Additionally, 9 states, including Michigan, have reported outbreaks of the avian flu in cattle, and with 49 herds across the U.S. are impacted. Okay? I have more here. Don't go anywhere now. I'm telling you guys, they are coming for this food system, and they're coming for the homesteaders. Please understand me when I'm telling you. The whole deal, they have to control all of the food or it's not going to work. This is going to be a kind of a slow, fast process, right? It's not going to happen like overnight or anything, but they are moving towards that right now at record speed. And they're going to use this stuff to get you there through the fear and everything.
Right? You control the food, you control the people. Because at the end of the day, we all got to eat, right? This is why over the years, warehouses have been burning down. Farmers being paid off to euthanize their livestock, right? Bill Gates been pushing how cow farts is the problem to the pollution in the world, right? They've been gearing you up for this total control of food all throughout Europe. Farmers being the tax that have imposed on farmers is ridiculous. So now what they got to do is sell off their farmlands and things of that nature because they can't afford to keep it. All of this is done by design because, like you heard this man here say, if they don't control all the food, it won't work. So that they try not to leave you any room, any wiggle room, because what they want is for you to come to them for everything, especially food. And this is how they'll break you down, right? This is how they'll break a lot of people down to bend the knee. Because when you're starving, you can't reason properly. When you're starving, your faculty is not, it's not operating at its maximum, so to speak, right? You will be discombobulated because you're worried about your stomach. Your stomach is rumbling, touching the back, touching your back and things of that nature. You're trying to quiet the stomach rumblings with something to eat. And to understand that dynamic, right? And over the years, they've been getting people hooked on food. People are out of shape, obese, morbidly obese, because their infatuation with eating. People eat all day. That's what they do. Eat, 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 eat. So imagine when that food supply is cut off, a lot of people would just fold right then and then, right? They will fold. This is what they want. They want you to fold. So you go along with whatever agenda they want you to go along with so you can eat. See, all of this is done by design. It is for you to, connect the dots, understand what is happening here. You have farmers coming out and telling you this is going down. All these fake viruses and whatnot, also they can, kill off all these livestocks. You see? Even during the so-called pandemic, they were paying farmers good money to kill off their livestocks and things. Bill Gates owned most of the farms. So you got to put your thinking cap on. Why is all of this happening? Well, they're trying to back you into a corner. That's what they're doing. They're cornering you, especially with food. Like I said earlier, we all got to eat. And when there is no food, people become irrational. They will do whatever just so they can eat. They will do anything just so they can eat. And they said that the average family out there, they only have about 3 days worth of food in the fridge or whatever. So all it's going to take is a couple of days for all hell to break loose when there's no food. And they know this. So they're looking to break your will with this orchestrated farming, which is all, biblical prophecies. That's all there is to it. And before we go any further with this is the book of Lamentations, the 4th chapter and the 9th verse. It says, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away, stricken through for the want of the fruits of the field. In the NLT, it says, those killed by the sword are better off than those that die of hunger. Starving, they waste away for lack of food from the fields. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakodash. Double honors to apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who taught us this truth and continue to teach us this truth. Peace, salutation, shalom, shalom, shalom to all your brothers and sisters out there that are of the household of faith, beginning with the 144,000 mighty men of the house of Israel, down to the men, women, and children that are allotted to be delivered in these latter days, who are of the elect. To the brothers that are pushing this gospel in all honesty and in all sincerity, to you all I say shalom. Right? You heard the farmer right there, his concern. He's telling you how this is going to affect everybody. Because what they're doing is to total control of the food system. With all the livestock they've exterminated, you can only wonder what the hell are in your Walmarts. What are this meat there, right? They've been working on the lab-grown meat, beyond burgers, whatever that is, right? This fake food, Franken foods, right? So a lot of the time you've been eating fake stuff. Because most livestock have been destroyed, they've been destroying a lot of livestocks, you see? And like I said earlier, all of this is done by design. Because they're looking to back you into a corner with this hunger they're orchestrating. And when you're hungry, you can't think clearly. And this is where they will get you. You're bound to pretty much do anything just so you can eat. And cannibalism is going to come back in a major way. The people you see around you that wouldn't even eat a leftover, because this is how good they got it, right? They won't even consider eating leftovers because what will I eat leftovers, right? I can only go out there and get me something to eat. Where when all of that is done away with, you will look to your neighbor. You will eat your neighbor. I believe Alex Jones was one of the guys that said, when this farming happens, he's going to eat his neighbor. I remember him saying something like that. Well, that's the sentiment of a lot of people out there. Even the people that wouldn't even consider eating somebody, when this happens, eating somebody will be wouldn't take you. It wouldn't be far-fetched. Cannibalism is gonna come back in a major way, because what they're doing is this orchestrated chaos, and part of that is to take away the food supply. There will be no more, self-sufficient individual out there. Goes back to the whole slogan, you own nothing and be happy. And part of that is the food you can easily accessible to you right now. It's going to come to a point where the food won't be so easily accessible. What are you going to do? Right? What are you going to do, man? All of this is knocking at the door. World War III is knocking at the door. A lot of stuff's knocking at the door. The mark of the beast is knocking at the door. What are you going to do? All of these things are going to just explode in a moment, in a twinkling of an eye. You see? You know, a lot of you are just worried about new challenge and TikToks and social media, this and, the rumors about the celebrity who is dating who and blase, this and that, the other. Well, when all this hell breaks loose, when you have nothing to eat, that will be the less of your concern. And these things are just right there. Right there. Any moment, it can just topple over. It can explode. Right? Which brings us back to this scripture right here in Lamentations, the 4th chapter and the 9th verse. It says, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. Why is that? For these pine away, stricken through for the want of the fruits of the field. In the NLT, those killed by the sword are better off than those who die of hunger. You see that? So it's better for you to just, get shot in the head and you just die right away than be alive and see your body attack itself because there's nothing to eat. Your body eating itself from the insides. Look like a skeletor while you're still alive. You see? So that is one of the worst forms of death. Being alive and just dying, nothing to eat, nothing to drink, just there, man. Through. And this is going to be the reality soon, man. The reality of a lot of people. You see? It says, starving, they waste away for lack of food from the fields. And what is the fields? The farms. Here it is. The farmers are telling you that we are under attack. Farmers are telling you we are under attack. They are coming for us. And they coming for us means they are coming for you. And a lot of the people are not even concerned with what the farmers are saying. How do you think you get your food, man? Food that, a lot of people don't even concern themselves with things like that as long as they can go to Walmart, whatever it is you shop at, Costco's, BJ's, whatever it is, and get your produce, your meats and fish, things of that nature. Well, very soon you will understand that all these things come from a particular place. And when those particular places are cut off, that food that ends up on your dinner table won't be able to get there. This is when it starts to starve, which will bring us about the 10th verse. It says, the hands of the pitiful women have saddened their own children. They were their meat in the day of destruction of my people. You see that? So a lot of people are going to eat, a lot of women are going to eat their own children. That's going to be the reality soon. A lot of women will eat their children. You see that? It says, say they were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people. In the NLT, it said, tender-hearted women have cooked their own children. They have eaten them to survive the siege. You see that? So this pretty women you're seeing here out there, even the big back, overweight, 400-pound linebacker looking ass women out there, all they do is eat. You see? Very soon, you will eat your own children. Because that gluttonous ways that you've, can't stop eating. You just eat. Very soon, your own children will be your meat. That is why I said cannibalism is going to come back in a major way. Some things are far-fetched until they start happening. And it is already in the works to bring about all of this. They are looking to cut off the food supply. What do you think is going to happen? It's going to be crazy out here, right? Some people that are in the know, they have a little bit of something stored away But that also will come to an end. That will run out. That could run out. What are you going to do? This is why trusting in the Lord is the best thing you can do. You see? Let's get this real quick. Trusting in the Lord is the best thing you will ever do for yourself. Which tells us here in the book of Job, the 5th chapter. Let's start at the 17th verse. The Job, the 5th chapter and the 17th verse says, "Behold, happy is the man whom the Most High correcteth. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty. For he maketh sore and bindeth up. He woundeth, and his hands make whole." You hear that? It says, "He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee." Why? It says, "In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword." See that? So in famine he will redeem thee. This is why trusting in the Lord is the best thing you can do. Yeah, you can have your bug out bags, you can have your stowaways, and all kinds of food that you put away somewhere, for when all hell breaks loose. But what if somebody breaks into your home and steals it, right? Then what? Or what if you were out there when all hell breaks loose, you're not able to even get back home? Then what, right? So these are things to consider. But trusting in the Lord, you will be protected from all of this. The Lord always provides. He will. I mean, that doesn't mean you won't go through it. It might go a couple of days without eating, but the Lord will eventually come through for you. Because we are all about to be tested. Our faith is about to be tested. Whether you truly believe in the Most High power, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, or not. You see that? It says in the 25th verse, it says, "Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue." It says, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. It says, "At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. Neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth." You see that? Let's read that in the NLT. It says, "You will laugh at destruction and famine. Wild animals will not terrify you." Because there's going to be some crazy things happening out here, right? A lot of people will, want to run to the forest, go off grid. Because the cities, when all hell breaks loose, the cities is kind of like the last place you want to be at, man. It will be all hell in the cities, man. People will just be eating one another, right? So those that end up finding themselves out in the woods somewhere, well, there are other things. There are other things you got to worry about. Wild animals and things of that nature. How to get your food and, all of that. Well, with the Lord, He will make a way for you to get through all of this. You see? He always does. So He's telling you here, the scriptures are very plain here. It says, the 23rd verse says, "For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee." So these are all the promises the Most High makes if you trust in Him. But only if you trust in Him, right? So these are things that are about to happen. These are things that are about to happen, and you should take it very seriously. Here it is, the farmers are letting you know that we are being cut off. We are being cut off. How do you think that is going to affect you, the consumer? Because we are living in a consumer-based environment. All we do is consume. A lot of people don't even know how, to get their own food without it being, given to them. All you got to do is spend a couple of dollars and get your food. Well, all day, like the president of France said, Emmanuel Macron, he said, the time of abundance is coming to an end. What do you think that is, man? He clearly said that. The time of abundance, people just having all they can eat, buffet, and all that is coming to an end. So take heed, man. And with that, all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to apostles and elders of Great Millstone. See you next time, Lord willing. Shalom. Shalom.